You can tell if you wish that it's fine. How you just tell us how you came to know about WMC Toastmasters?
I came to know my wife because she has attended some.
Hi, my name is Anushka. I'm a homemaker. However, I always look for, opportunity to do something for myself, like create it into event company or doing any kind of a DIY activity at my own place with children or in my building. And my husband, okay. Now, today, because my husband is sitting right beside.
I thought that is.
I have two daughters and I just dropped them to the gathers. So in between I had to walk out. So I'm looking forward for joining this team.
We have Prachi and okay, you're Gavin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just introduced.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Prachi, and I'm also a member of WMC Gavels Club. And this is the second time I'm attending a Toastmasters meeting. Thank you.
What a fantastic build-up we have for this evening. Thanks to our immediate past president, Toastmaster Sukumar, we were made known the theme of the meeting well in advance, and everybody was involved as members. We are all involved in much earlier stage. And he also showed us how to learn from this great mentor, because he has shown how to start a meeting. And if you're taking up a TMOD's role, and you have to kickstart early. It's not at the late last stage. You have to come in and you want to be a TMOD. However, we started almost a week back. And also how to involve the members and assist ExCom in preparing the agenda. That really helps if TMOD decides the theme well in advance. Also, we have witnessed during our last meeting a great sense of leadership as DTM Rekha took up the stage of TMOD in the 11th hour and did a fantabulous job of justifying the theme chosen by DTM Manoj. Indeed, indeed, we get to learn a lot from these great mentors. We as a club are lucky to have so many great mentors amongst us. And the good part is that they are always ready to help trainers. Moreover, they lead us by example, taking up their role with dedication and providing us with practical insights. Ladies and gentlemen, they truly deserve a round of applause. Hollywood director Steven Spielberg once said, the delicate balance of mentoring someone is not creating them in your own image, but giving them the opportunity to create themselves. Mentor-mentee relationship is a professional and interpersonal relationship. It exists between a mentor and mentee and is different from coach and athlete relationship. Mentors act as guides to their mentees by offering advice and support, as well as helping them to develop new skills. The mentor-mentee relationship is a personal, social learning engagement where a learner, mentee, and a guide, a mentor, meet regularly, help the mentee grow and learn. We will understand this relationship better during our meeting today. Personally, I'm lucky to have a great mentors in my life, both my personal and professional life. However, we are in Toastmaster meeting. I'll stick to Toastmastering. I've been privileged to have Toastmaster Roshni Pinto as my first mentor, and she encouraged me to take up roles not only in clubs but at the area level. That in fact gave me confidence to do well. As Roshan has to leave Bahrain, Toastmaster Rahim became my mentor. I'm still learning from him to be an effective speaker. Without the support of these mentors, I wouldn't have become what I am today, yet the long way to go. I want to highlight one thing. It's me being a mentee, I took the step to reach out to the mentors, and that edified and helped build relationship. So I encourage all the new members to come out of your comfort zone and reach out to your mentors while taking up roles or delivering your speeches. As you speak about 360-degree feedback, it's not only the feedback you receive from your mentor, but also from your mentees. Some corporates do follow this strategy during our appraisal, especially my bank does follow this kind of strategy. It's a very good approach to get the feedback from all the angles. I personally feel mentee-mentor relationship works with push and pull mechanism. Mentors should push the information, and meantime, mentee should pull the information by initiating dialogue with his or her mentor. As we are talking about this beautiful relationship, we must remember the person who has provided us this great platform, none other than Dr. Ralph C. Spadley, founder of Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, he deserves a round of applause. I will end my address with this beautiful quote from Oprah Winfrey. A mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. A mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. Thank you. It's now time to adopt the agenda. VP Education, we have good to no changes. Right? The last edition is the final. So what is displayed over it is the last edition. So anyone may adopt the agenda? Someone to.
I adopt the agenda.
Someone to. So many hands came up. I will. Toastmaster Tilakan, seconded, and Toastmaster Sukumar adopted the agenda. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the MC of the evening. As I mentioned earlier, he started early. This person does not require any introduction in our club, but as a formality, I have to introduce him to you all. There are a few guests as well. Our immediate past president, great human being, and great source of motivation to me and almost all the members in this club. His philosophy is a mentor opens many doors in the world full of opportunities. All we need to do is seek. Mentored into Toastmaster by Toastmaster Norman Das, he sought out for mentors along the Toastmaster journey and found many endearing people. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. So before we start delving into the world of mentoring 360 degree, it's important to connect to the roots. And like our president rightly said, Toastmasters International started as an organization propelling the communication and leadership journey in the year 1924. 100 years later, as we are standing here, WMC Toastmasters traces back to about 2003. 21 years of WMC Toastmasters is there right up for all of you to see. With A.S. Jose as the club's founder, Matthew Oman as the club's mentor, and T.L. Joy as the club's sponsor. And in the last 20 years, this club has moved leaps and bounds in terms of understanding experimenting and exploiting communication and leadership. Not only on the public speaking forum, the club has gone and achieved many accolades in theatre, cinema, and in terms of corporate communications. And that's what makes this club special. And the founding president, and we have the fortune of having the founding president or the first president right over here, Dr. Babu Ramchandran, can we have a round of applause for that? And as we entered our 21st year, and this is to the benefit of a few guests who are here and new members, in Toastmasters, we not only perform, but we also reflect. And annually, we reflected through an exercise called Moments of Truth. And in the recent Moments of Truth, as a club, we had to identify the areas in which we are doing great and in the areas where we can improve. And in the areas that we can improve, we all unanimously agreed that mentoring, which is a term that is often used and in some cases abused, and which has shaped this club over a period of time, can be repackaged, re-evaluated, and revisioned. And there was a big discussion that happened in this aspect. And that's why today we are dedicating this whole meeting to discuss about mentoring, and not just mentoring, but mentoring 360 degrees. But before we go there, the first thing that we all need to understand is, great, we have identified that we need help in public speaking. And public speaking comes in many forms. It can be prepared speeches, it can be impromptu speeches, it can be reflections, it can be discourses. However, the most important thing, not only in this journey, but in any journey in life, is to first understand our purpose. And if we understand our purpose, we would set a goal. So before the mentoring journey begins, it's the onus of each and every individual to edify with themselves and with people who are close to them, internalize and arrive at what their purpose is. Now, we need to be ready to get married, to actually get married, right? And it is the same in every course. We need to be ready to take the course of action. Now, before I go into further discourse, let's see from a few of those people who have set clear goals for today's meeting. Now, this gentleman who was my first mentor, he was a mentee and his mentor was Toastmaster Jeffrey Abraham. The trait that this mentee saw in his mentor was always ready to help him achieve his best, and he spared no leaps and bounds at that. Even when he left WMC Toastmasters and moved to different country, he still works with him on a regular basis and helps him out in his public speaking journey. Our role player believes that an impact that has to be created by the mentor must be so large that the person shines in the field. And who better than Ramakant Achrekar, according to him, who coached Sachin Tendulkar, the god of cricket. And that's what he believes mentoring is. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Norman Das.
Good afternoon, everyone. My role as a grammarian is to introduce word of the day. And the word of the day for today is in front of you all, that is edifying. And other than that, I'll be checking also the grammatical errors if anyone makes. And other than that, incomplete sentences, grammatical errors. And at the end of the meeting, I'll be giving my report. The word of the day, as I mentioned, it is edify, which means instruct or improve someone morally or intellectually. I'll give some examples. For example, after the sales figures of 2023, our general manager gave an edifying speech. Mary's mother did a lot to edify the character of her children. Teacher hoped her speech about good citizenship would edify her students. So basically, it is to improve or instruct someone. That is the main meaning. So I request everyone to kindly use this word of the day as and when possible during the meeting, and I'll be giving my input at the end. Back to the question of the day.
Thank you very much. At the moment. And before we proceed further, we have a guest. Sir, can you please introduce yourself to all of us?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Myself, Toastmaster Ravi. I'm a member of PGF Toastmasters.
Oh, great. Thank you. Good to have you.
No, I was area. Area, 2 years now.
All right. Welcome, sir. And madam, we heard you saying that you have the children at the Gavels Club, or was it the WMC Gavels Club, or is there a different Gavels Club they are where you need to take them?
Yeah, university.
All right, okay. So we were just thinking that, maybe you can actually bring them if they're waiting somewhere over here.
It's 5 minutes from here, so I will go, another 20 minutes.
All right. Our next role player has learned one trait that has made him strong and face any situation in life with a smile. Because his mentor has taught him that in times of adversity, you smile. And he believes that if your mentor has those traits which you can cut, copy, paste, and deliver, you will always succeed. And that is what is something that he looks forward and he looks to see in his mentor. His mentor is Toastmaster Murli Udayakant, who always smiles and makes everybody smile. And to explain the role of timer, may I welcome Toastmaster Nubin Ansari to the office.
Afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today my role is timer. As a timer, I will be tying the formal speeches evaluation. Also, we have today the good session debate. So I will explain the timing criteria. The prepared speeches, 5 to 7 minutes. We have one prepared speech, 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, green light. At 6 minutes, we show the yellow light and at red. At 7 minutes, it's a red minute. And evaluation, formal evaluation, 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes, it's green light. And 2.5 minutes, amber. 3 minutes, red. And debate chairperson, 5 minutes. 2.5 minutes green. 3.5 minutes yellow. And 4.5 minutes green. And 30 seconds will be for.
Red, 4.5 minutes later.
Yeah. And the both team captains, 5 minutes. At 2.5 green and 3.5 yellow, 4.5 red. Team members, each 2 members each team, the 4 members. Let's say here all members is 4 minutes. Each members 4 minutes. 1.5 minute green, 2.5 minute yellow, and 3.5 minute red. Closing conclusions, it's 3 minutes. Total 3 minutes, 1.5 minute green, 2 minute yellow, and 2.5 minute red. 30 seconds long. End of the meeting, I will present my report to.
Thank you. It looks that we have a lot of enlightened souls today, and we have another guest amongst our midst. Madam, can you please introduce yourself to all of us? Very brief.
Actually, this is my second session. Myself, Geeta. I'm working with Bahrain Association of Banks. And I look forward for the couple of meetings.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Very good. Thank you very much. Our next role player likes the way her mentor encourages, advises, guides whenever she has doubts with regards to life and speeches. And he always supports without any judgments. Her mentor is Toastmaster Yashodan Abhyankar. And for the role of our counter, please welcome Toastmaster Padma Shri Anmol.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The purpose of our counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I'll listen the overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I'll also listen for filler sounds like etc. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I or this means, that means, etc. At the end of the meeting, I'll present my report to DMO.
Thank
Thank you all.
you very much. Thank you very much. Now, what are four kinds of mentoring that we see in our lives, in our corporate setup, probably in our personal lives as well? There's a lot of mentoring that happens. A typical mentoring session that happens is one-to-one. Now, I have had many one-to-one sessions with DTM Rekha, and I've come out a bit redder, with Dr. Babu a bit greener. I'm sure you all have had those experiences of maybe red, blue, and probably with the spouse it's blacker, so you never know. And that's a typical one-to-one session. The new trend of late is reverse mentoring, where there is a senior member of probably an organization or an establishment who is mentored on the reverse, which means the mentee actually is the mentor. Though they are typically junior in the organization, they actually consult and mentor senior leadership in terms of trends, evolution, and so on. And there are large corporations who are adopting it so that there are new ideas that flow into the system. There's another way of mentoring, which is group mentoring, where there is one poor sapling sitting over there and 10 trees are sitting and advising the mentee on a group session. However, since there are large insights that are coming from a different diverse set of people, group mentoring is also very beneficial for the betterment of people. And another trend that is evolving globally is anonymous mentoring, where the mentee does not know who the mentor is. So it's like we get into the church and we do the confession. All we know is we're confessing to the Father. We don't know who the Father is. So that's the concept that has been applied in real life, where there is free levels of confession that happens in large organizations. And since it is anonymous, people feel more comfortable. There is no judgment that comes into place. And people are given the right mindset, tools, emotional, physical, or work related, or related to life related, and they benefit from there. So these are the four kinds of mentoring that happens. We need to see what is the right kind of mentoring that would go on to happen in WMC Toastmaster, and we have a big debate on that between two teams that is going to come up after some time. So stay tuned. As we move on to our education session, and before I call upon the speaker, may I call upon the evaluator, whose mentor is Dr. Babu Ramchandran. And the trait that the mentee has learned is how to present a speech in a calm and composed manner. And given the short duration that he is associated with, I think it's a phenomenal achievement that he has given this discourse. And when asked what mentoring means to him, he says, actions speak louder than words. And who better than Dr. Babu to have exhibited that? Ladies and gentlemen, may I request Dr. Saji who's the evaluator of our speaker, to present the speech objectives.
Good evening, guest and fellow Toastmasters. So I'm evaluating Toastmasters Rabila. This is her level 1, project 3, under the pathway innovative planning. The speech title is Managing Change. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. That it's 5 to 7 minute speech. Yeah, it's a 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you. Our speaker has been surprised, and she takes it with all humility about how humble her mentor is. And not just humble, because he not only mentors our speaker, but he is mentoring 2 generations, which is their children as well. So talk about the Superman of mentoring. And I'm seeing him not around. So he has 2 different approaches planned at the same time, at the same place, and he has these extended sessions for mentoring. Her mentor is Toastmaster Ponnambalam Thirumalai, who also runs the Gavels wing of WMC. And mentoring begins at accepting the mentee as who they are, what they are. So she basically is saying her mentor has accepted her as an unpolished diamond and is shining her glory, and maybe she'll go on to win the international speech very soon. We wish you all the best, Toastmaster Surabila, for your speech titled Managing Change, Level 1 of Project 3 of Innovative Planning, Managing Change. Managing change.
Why don't you give a try? Oh, it's too hard. I have heard this conversation between my parents almost like in the loop for a long period during my childhood. And I'm sure most of us might have said this or might have heard people saying this at least some point of our life. Here the context is, my mom, who was a government employee, had a promotion due which she could earn only if she had enrolled for a 2 years course. I mean, she need to get the eligibility to be considered for the post. But she was she was pushing it away for a long period of time, and she continued to be a typist by choice. It's not that we had the financial luxury of doing that, but the fear of taking up the challenge or trying something new restrained herself from even trying it out. It's rightly said, if we can't fly, then run. If we can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, at least crawl. The concept is, whatever you do, keep moving forward. Dear fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests, good evening, everyone. Change is a modification or a transformation in a system, process, or an individual himself. And this is a continuous and ongoing process. But unfortunately, most of the people resist change in spite of knowing the fact that change itself is constant. The thing is, how much ever we neglect or avoid it, it will happen. So it is better for us to initiate the change ourselves so that the adaptation is easier. Managing change is hard. Challenging the status quo is definitely difficult, but the transformation will be beneficial in terms of physical and emotional well-being of individuals. And that is exactly why I'm going to talk about how managing change in today. There are a lot of benefits for change. And we all know all this, all these benefits. I think most of us know about this. For example, the first one, the personal growth. As a case of my mother, had she taken up the challenge of enrolling herself for the course, definitely the career-wise and ultimately personally and in her family life, she would have got many, many benefits. But then she didn't take it up, unfortunately. Flexibility, when every change driven person is so very flexible, it teaches us so many life values and the snowball effect. Most of the time, people are resistant or reluctant to change because maybe the change there has to be a drastic change that has to be put in, or the change has to be immediate. In that case, changes, tiny or minute changes on a long run will definitely give us the desired result, as it is rightly explained in The Atomic Habits by James Clear. And definitely changes will make us strong, because every change is not advantageous or positive changes that happens in our life. Negative or disadvantageous changes will definitely make us stronger person. Change triggers progress. Change definitely gives us opportunities, and every change is a new beginning. Even after knowing the benefits of change, people resist change. And resistance to change is very normal. Basically, every human being, this resistance to change is stemmed in our brain because it is wired thus. There are three reasons for resistance to change. First one being sociological, second one being psychological, and third one is the mere fact that I don't like, or people don't like the practical outcome that the change brings in the person. So change, the resistance to change is inevitable. Every person has this in them, but maybe in varied levels. Mora puts forward there are three levels of resistance to change. First one is I don't get it. Very common to everyone. When we don't have a clarity of what we have to do, we usually resist the change. I mean, in this case, how we can overcome this resistance to change is by collecting more clarity, more data, more information from our atmosphere, from our environment. It's not just that. In certain cases, even when we know why do we have to change, there are certain situations we do not know how we have to change. So getting clarity about why change and how to change is the first way of overcoming the resistance to change. Second one is I don't like to change. So this is a bit of complicated situation or a stage because this is connected to our emotional level. For example, if I ask a person who is not very confident about making a public speech here, there is automatically some biological changes that happens in our body. Like, for example, my blood pressure rises up, my adrenaline level rises up. I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong biology medical terms, but then I think that's a hormone. So, some biological changes happens as which restrains us from changing. So this fear, to overcome this fear, it is hard, and it may need some additional level of motivation for us to change. And the third one is I don't like you. There is a change agent. So any person who does not like the change agent, for example, in an organization's context, the manager is proposing a change. If the employee is not very the bonding between the employee and the manager is not that good, the employee may not accept what the manager is telling. So that is a third stage. So for any person to overcome the resistance to change, first understand what are the factors that actually prevents me from changing, and then working on it will actually help you to change. And if you do not create change, change will definitely create you. And this is exactly what happened to my mother, because 6 to 7 years she managed to push it away. But in late of 2000, government itself issued an order saying that every typewriter will be replaced by computers, and they were given 6 months of time to get well versed with the computers. But then my mother had two choices, had a choice to make from the two options, and she did not go for the latter one because computers were even scarier for her. So she enrolled herself for the course, completed the course in 2 years, and being the third topper in the institute, and she got promoted. So if you don't create the change will create you. So change is the law of life. Keep changing and keep growing. Thank you.
I was looking for a.
This is something I'm not able to change every time.
That was a good one. Thank you so much. So I don't get it, I don't like it, I don't like you. These are the top resistance that we have in our minds when it comes to change management. Well spoken, Toastmaster Surabila. And in the context of mentee mentor, I would leave you with this thought, and this comes from Simon Sinek, as to what are the top 5 relationship goals that a mentee in the context of a mentor should achieve. A mentee should seek out diversity. Do not look for someone whom you are comfortable with, or from the same industry, or with whom you are in comfortable shoes, but go and seek larger than life people who can add the different perspective. This is the first rule. Anybody can be a mentor. Do not look for credentials apart from experience, achievement, and success. Not how they are dressed, not how they look, or not which community they belong to. It is what they have achieved in their life. Prepare. Be serious. Like we said, you need to have a goal. We all need to have a goal. We need to have preparation. We need to take notes when we are going and talking to our mentor, not just showing up there and asking and shooting some questions. Be ready to divorce, which means it's okay if the mentor is not able to coach you or guide you or mentor you at some point. It's okay to say that it's not okay, but not ghost. And finally, be thankful. Do not take the relationship for granted. Approach, be humble, and be nice. So these are the 5 secret mantras that Simon Sinek says that a mentee has to create if they have to have a successful relationship with their mentor. With that, I think a path-breaking change management speech and a less path-breaking mentor-mentee relationship advice that has been given. I think we will go for a photo shoot.
No, business.
I'm sorry. Oh, do we have a business session? Not joking. Yes, we are 10 minutes late, so I thought I'll jump the gun, but then the president insists that we need to have a business session. Over to you, sir.
Short one. Okay. Yeah, good afternoon once again. Okay, let's listen from Secretary of the short meeting minutes.
Good evening, everyone. I'll read out the short minutes of meeting number 477 held on 19th January 2024. Meeting was called to order by President Toastmaster Ovin Krasta. Theme of the meeting was educate, enlighten, and encourage. After the agenda adoption, President introduced the TMOD. All role players were introduced by TMOD DTM Rekha Uttam. In the education session, TM Vivek Tilakan, TM K. Jahangir, and TM Ross Kalia presented their speeches. The speeches were evaluated by TM Surabila, TM Norman Das, and TM Ovin Krasta respectively. Toastmaster Priyanka took control as a table topic master. In business session, VP Education announced that the speakathon would be conducted in the following week. Toastmaster Abdul Rahim did the general evaluation. The awards were declared and handed over. The meeting was adjourned at 6:30 p.m. Thank you.
Someone please edit the minutes.
Over was there.
Over there in the meeting. Norman, Toastmaster Norman. Okay, Toastmaster issue, and I'm looking at this side. Okay, Toastmaster issue.
Yeah.
So any other points from this? Okay. President? No points? All the payments and all that done?
You are pending.
Okay. So whoever is not paid the dues, club dues especially, please pay them. I guess most of the paid, one or two are remaining, so please settle payments. So BP education,
I just wanted to remind you next meeting speaker, so I have, need to complete the some speakers. So whoever is interested. come to the-
seven we should have.
Seven we should have, but it's just not completed. And 7 speakers and 7 evaluation.
When is the next meeting?
Next meeting is
Next
on
meeting.
16th.
Next
16th February. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So for next meeting, before our next meeting, we have area contest. February 9th will be area contest. It will be afternoon, most likely in our ballroom somewhere in Bangkok, looks like. So not yet confirmed, but most likely it will be in the afternoon and it will be on 9th. So I'm waiting for the details. And all of you have submitted the photographs, but I guess couple of photographs, area director came up with just nice, message saying that you need with passport size photographs, so I don't know about it, I will ask him, but if it's required, you have to send me photographs, that's it. And about next meeting, our meeting on February 16th, those ones, head will be the GMOD. Yeah, he come on. The reason I gave him this Toastmaster, he will be there. And he was a table topic master, he came and he surprised us, one day, out of.
Came late.
Yeah, he came there. And we have concluded the youth leadership program and our grand finale was there on January, whatever it is. 20th. 20th of January, both. And it was quite a good success. Everybody, all the parents and the students, they liked that even when especially the training, they were very happy about the session, what all we have conducted. And especially many of them would like to join. So hopefully I will see them in our next meeting as the parents as well as the students. And thank you to everyone. I'm still having so many certificates that day. I guess we missed almost 6 or 7 workshop presenters who were not there. So I'm having the certificates to be collected for me. That's it. I guess we don't have any other points now. And before that, we have 2 new joiners. They have joined our club. Those doctor, both of them are doctors. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, Mr. President, any update on the eloquence?
Eloquence. Eloquence will be released most likely in the next meeting on February 16th, because now Emmanuel is not around. He'll be coming back next week and he'll be here on 7th February, that's what he told me. So hopefully we'll have it on 16th. Yeah.
First issue.
Yeah, first issue, yeah, we have to clear on. Yeah. Okay. So is there any points, any suggestions from the members?
What is the process? What is the present membership?
Present membership strength is 33.
Active.
Active members 33. No, active. We are having 33 members.
Paying
Few-
is active.
Eight members. That's it from my side. Then if we don't have any other questions, then we can. Wow. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President. That was a really, we pulled it forward for everybody. I think we will go for a photo shoot and then we'll go for a break. We'll come back by 5 so that we have enough time for the debate, which is going to follow.
We just get time to stand up and sit up.
Yes. Can we have everybody on to the other side, please? So we'll have a nice photograph.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, thank you. So, I want to see five. Yeah, so, no, no,
Ma'am, are there any such which ma'am actually
I'm sure this one had So the debate chair is here. इस तरफ चेयर को और थोड़ा ऐसे कुछ थोड़ा सा चेयर तो सर what we need to do is elevation. ये चेयर तो बाकी चेयर जैसा नॉर्मल है ना? अरे नहीं ये तो वीआईपी अच्छा हाँ अरे वाह
But who's the debate moderator?
Me.
Moderator.
Moderator has no role. Moderator will only say stop. You are the debate chair.
Tell me my role on phone.
You will hear both the sides.
No, starting off,
Starting off is nothing.
say a few words about Melville.
ഇപ്പം വേണ്ട സമയം ലാസ്റ്റ് സമയം വേണം നിങ്ങൾ I will announce the debate resolution. I will introduce you and I will get you. Okay, you will, okay, maybe for 30 seconds, why mentoring is important, context from masters, very quickly. And then you can call the captains and then you can, tell me. You will.
I'll just tell the captains and team members and then I'll give it to you.
Yes, and I will explain the format very quickly.
And you will start calling it.
No, I will start and I will ask you to open the debate. Then I will invite the captains for their opening statements. They are affirmative to move both.
Order വിളിക്കുന്നത് ആരാണ്? You call it.
I will call the order because you have to give at the end. You
No
will
voting.
say,
Voting.
you will say after hearing both the sides, what is it that you have heard from both the sides? What is important for our club going forward, for Toastmasters and our club? Hey,
Okay. I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, not using the gavel. I think I really don't think. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for allowing me to be a little bit persuasive. I'm sorry if I have pushed my limits, but we wanted to start the most exciting format of the day, the debate. Now, before in all civil societies, if a future has to be adopted, then the most civil way to adopt it is through a debate and a resolution that is passed. And like I said at the beginning of the meeting, after 20 years, where WMC is at the crossroads, moving on to the future, we want to relook at what mentoring is doing to the growth of the mentees and what the mentees and the mentors together should be doing. And to do that, we have a debate which is chaired by someone who has spent decades in Toastmasters. His first mentor was DTM Clement Vinayak, and he helped him groom for the first few years in Toastmastering. And he was the reason why he acknowledges that mentoring is not just important in Toastmasters, but in all spheres of activities and life. And what mentoring means to him, and he takes this from the advice that our founder, A.S. Jose, gave him after his first humorous speech. Don't treat the person assigned to you as the only mentor. You should rely on, learn from anyone and everyone. Our founding president, or the first president, as the debate chair, Dr. Baburam Ramachandran, please.
Thank you, Dr. Babu. Please assign on your throne.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Sukumar. Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Just give me exactly 30 seconds to start the debate, and I cannot go any further because it's the vibrant, eloquent team leaders and speakers who are going to set the tone for edifying speeches and messages to make WMC Toastmasters a better club than it is today. And mentoring, the role of mentors and mentees are actually very important in any sphere of life. And I just recall one sentence which was said that there's a reverse mentorship, where the mentee teaches the mentor. And I must say, I am the recipient of that one through my mentee, Saji, who in my hospital where I live has mentored me quite a lot in even how to restart the mobile phone and how to prepare a PowerPoint presentation and how to steal whatever he prepares onto the screen and present it as my own. That is the quality which the mentee has taught me. And thanks to the mentee here, but I won't take much time, but what I said is a fact. Anyway, it's highly important to have good mentorship, and I must congratulate the ExCom and whoever thought of this idea, though it's 20 years too late to start thinking of it. But Rekha, we all have been very good mentors, I think so. Correct? That's why this club is at this level. That's why this club is at this level. So, without further delay, let me call upon the team members. I think I should do that, correct? Team captains. Yes. The team captains of the sides. First and foremost, the team captain, the one and only DTM Rekha Uttam. Please come on. The captain of the negative team, Toastmaster Abdul Rahim. I thought you also had the 93 years, no? Huh? Who's your mentor? I must find that out. Okay. Now, the members of the affirmative team, Toastmaster Vivek Tilakan and Toastmaster Kaif Jahankar. Please. And for the remaining members of the negative team, Toastmaster Yashodan Abhyankar and Toastmaster Murali Rekha. And with that, I would like to hand over control to the one and only Sukumar Swaminathan.
I can be one and only.
Yes.
Like everybody else. Thank you, Dr. Babu. Thank
The
you.
flowering tree of WMC I didn't finish. Where do you want to go? The flowering tree of WMC Toastmasters, former president, and a powerhouse of our club. Thank you. I've taken more than 30 seconds, but that's the privilege I always use.
Thank you, Dr.
Rekha will admit to that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. Thank you very much. And like I said, this is a debate that is happening in a friendly way, but it is still a war that is going to happen. The debate resolution is as follows. It is resolved that for effective mentoring in Toastmasters, it is the mentor who has to take the maximum initiative. It is resolved that for effective mentoring in Toastmasters, it is the mentor who has to take the maximum initiative. And the debate format is as follows. We would have the affirmative captain presenting the opening statements for 5 minutes. The timer already explained the timing criteria, followed by the negative captain who would oppose the motion of doing the opening statements. The affirmative one speaker would then speak, and they would have 4 minutes, and they would be presenting both their views and as well rebutting the previous team captain's views. And similarly, the negative team's speaker number 1 would be doing the same thing, followed by the affirmative 2 speaker who would be rebutting and presenting their views, followed by the negative team's negative speaker 2. It would then go on to the closing statements by the captains for 3 minutes each. There would be no further evidence that would be proposed. There would be no rebuttals, but the closing statements would be done. At that stage, after having heard all and seen all, the debate chairperson would provide a conclusive decision as to how the resolution has to go forward, whether it has to be adopted or it has to be tabled, and would provide a decisive outcome for the ExCom to work forward. So in other words, this debate is the first debate which is actually going to be a resolution that is going to be passed or tabled, and it would be adopted formally by the ExCom. So we are seeing history being witnessed over here. With your permission, Mr. Debate Chairperson, may we begin the debate? Thank you very much. Mr. Timer, are you ready?
Yes.
Debaters, are you ready?
Yes.
Should I call you parliamentarians or rule makers?
Just
Just the debaters. Excellent. All right. May the debate begin with Honorable Chairperson's opening.
I thought I had already opened.
May the debate begin.
Yes.
Over to the captain.
Distance from you guys.
You will always address the chairperson. Every.
Good evening, Chairperson, Toastmasters, guests, my formidable, informed and knowledgeable, not worthy, but more than worthy opponents. The debate topic is that it is resolved that in Toastmasters, the mentor has to take maximum initiative. So let's put the term mentor in perspective first. Who is a mentor? A mentor is somebody who shares his knowledge, skills, insights, and experience with another person or another group to develop them in their journey towards progress. The word mentor comes from Greek mythology. From Iliad, the son of Ulysses, when Ulysses was going on to the journey of a huge journey towards a war, he entrusted his son Telemachus to his most trusted friend, mentor, to guide and groom the boy into becoming the next king in case he didn't return, or all the travails that he was going to face being the crown prince of a king without a kingdom. It's said that even the goddess Minerva was so heartbroken seeing the small child being left that she said that she would oversee his grooming. So in a sense that Minerva was also the first mentor in the universe towards this boy. We have enough examples of mentoring Bill Gates and Tim Cook, Oprah and Maya Angelou, Gopalakrishna Gokhale and Gandhiji and Nelson, when you look at it. So when we come to the second term that we are using, maximize initiative, what does initiative mean? The dictionary defines initiative as an opportunity or a step taken towards improving something. So when we look at initiative, if the mentor is taking the initiative in Toastmasters, we find that what is the need for this debate at all? Because when you look at the revitalized educational program of Toastmasters, where the mentoring program has been strong, it already defines the role of the mentor. That when a mentor is assigned to a mentee, the mentor for the first meeting will sit with the mentee explaining all the roles that is being performed in the Toastmaster meeting. In the second month, help the mentee prepare an icebreaker speech and deliver it. And ideally, they define that the mentor and mentee should meet at least 2 hours every month in order to discuss the progress. Now, when a rule has been so clearly defined that the mentor has to take this initiative to groom the mentee, what are we arguing about? When I look at my journey in Toastmasters and my mentoring experience, I remember grooming Anil Kumar for his competitions. And though he had a speech, though he worked so hard, it was me as a mentor identifying his diction, his need to correct his diction for him to be audible. That is what took him to win at the area level and to go on to the district. So the mentor needs to initiate, and there is no two ways about whether a mentor is required or not. There is no question like that. It is just resolved that a mentor has to do it. Because how does a mentee know about his progress? In Kerala, there used to be these schools where in remote villages where the teachers were supposed to go and search for the students in order to bring them into the school. So it is the same principle. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you very much. May I now invite the negative captain to present the views.
You can take the horse to the water. You cannot make it drink. Debate moderator, my worthy opponents, ladies and gentlemen. For effective mentoring in Toastmasters, it is the mentor who has to take maximum initiative. We oppose this. We don't agree with this. For reasons more than one. Number one, as our team captain rightly said, what is the definition of a mentor in Toastmasters International? We all abide by Toastmasters guidelines. Toastmaster says that a mentor is a Toastmaster who helps, offers practical advice to mentee in completing speeches and various other meeting rules and helps him accomplish his Toastmaster goals. Very explicit. No ambiguity, right? So when Toastmaster says that, why didn't Toastmaster say that a mentor is supposed to take maximum initiative? They didn't say that because it is not right. Secondly, I joined WMC Toastmasters Club. And my mentor, I'm very happy to say, Dr. Babu Ramachandran. Right? I joined with the aim, like all of you, in Toastmasters. Now, it is my choice, it is my objective, it is my journey. Now, I am not telling all of you to agree with us. I'm telling you to just use your common sense. When it is my journey, when it is my life, who should take maximum initiative? Me or an external person like a mentor? It is the mentee who should take maximum initiative because it is my life. I have to initiate things. Number three, we all know Dr. Babu, my mentor, is a very magnanimous person. Now, for the argument's sake, let us say he takes maximum initiative for Abdul Rahim. Okay, what will happen? In other words, am I to expect my mentor to take maximum initiative for me? Is it not irresponsible behavior? Is it not? Is it wise? Is it justified? In other words, tomorrow if I am not successful in Toastmasters, Abdul Rahim, what happened? Well, my mentor was supposed to take maximum initiative. He didn't take it. What can I do? Here I am. So it's very easy for me to pin the blame my mentor. In other words, if I take as a mentee maximum initiative for my life, for my growth, I am being responsible. I am being answerable. I am being accountable, not to WMC, not to the president, but to myself. So it is me who has taken the initiative. Number four, ladies and gentlemen, I want you heard the beautiful saying, which I'm sure all of you will agree. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. What does it mean? It means that when the student is open to learning, when he has this willingness that shows the initiative to learn, he is in a better position to understand and grasp the knowledge. The teacher is always there, but only when the student is open in his mind and shows the initiative, the teacher appears. So mentee has to take maximum initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, your life is 10% what is happening to you. 90% how you respond to what is happening to you. Your external factors, your external circumstances, your mentor, your teacher, your coach, your trainer, all 10%. 90% is you. Your life is your game. You are the player, you are the captain, you are the goalkeeper. My mentor can take me to the water. He can tell me the water is good. He can tell me the composition of the water. This is good. What are the health benefits of water? Drinking the water. If I show the initiative to go to the water, he will take me. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, it's not only the mentor should not take maximum initiative. In fact, a mentor who takes maximum initiative is not helping the mentee, he is harming the mentee. Because great mentors like Dr. Babu, like Rekhaji, they will always inspire the mentee to take maximum initiative. So this Toastmaster, this mentee can grow to become a competent, proficient, practical, and proactive Toastmaster. That is called effective Toastmastering. Without the mentor taking the responsibility, he is inspiring the mentee to take maximum initiative. Debate model.
Thank you. May I now invite the affirmative speaker to take the board.
My first fact of the day, humans are far more intelligent than horses. Debate moderator, fellow Toastmasters, my dear and worthy opponents. Let me reiterate the premise once again. What are we debating about? We are debating about why mentors should take the maximum initiative, right? Use your common sense, as has been mentioned earlier. If you go to a college, it's a new place, aren't you afraid? For the first time when you go to your college, you are afraid, isn't it? You don't know what to do. For the first time when you go to a club, where for the first time when you go to an office, a new office, it's a new place. There are shields of defense in front of you. That's what the people who are already familiar there, they will reach out and then they will take your hands. You're drowning, your hand you're put out, hey, save me. And then I'm sitting on the shore and I will say, no, you have to come here, then I will save you. That doesn't work. I'll reach out and then I pull you out, isn't it? This is called usage of common sense. Now, Toastmasters, why did I mention about all of this? I heard that it is all based on what the mentee should aspire for. And also, when a mentee comes with a particular plan, Abdul Rahim, Toastmaster Abdul Rahim, my mentor, and he is my mentor because he's an expert. He has come with a plan and he knows what to do. He came to the club and he knows how to go forward. But not everyone is as accomplished as him, my mentor. There are a lot of us who are not accomplished. And we would all really appreciate a plan, a path, which is why Toastmasters give you a pathway so that you have a step to go forward. You have a chart, you have a map. A living map. May I introduce you the mentor? Why mentor should take the maximum initiative? Because the mentor reaches out. I'm not saying this just because for nothing else. Just imagine. See, Toastmasters is coming fast approaching its 100 years as in the Toastmasters. There is a Toastmasters mentoring report 2013. It says 79% of members in mentoring program is moderately to extremely important to their club experience. 2. 70% of club leaders want a formal mentor training program. 3. Mentoring starts to taper by the third speech. This is the meaning of maximum initiative. We are not going to catch you by the reins and then lead you all. No. It is enough that there's a spark. When you start the car, at first it draws a little more electricity from the battery, and then the battery amount will be very low, and then the car will give back to the battery. This is the same logic. You join a club, your mentor will first give a lot of information because you are unfamiliar. You become familiarized. This is maximum initiative in action. All right. I'm not going to, when any one of you are drowning, I will never say, you come to me, then I will pull you out. No, I will actually pull you out. This is the same mentoring in action. We will pull you out from the wild seas of ignorance into the land of knowledge. This is our idea. Now, mentoring itself, beyond Toastmasters, a 2017 study published in Journal of Vocational Behavior, it shows that higher levels of career satisfaction is perceived by those mentees who think the mentors are more involved in them. This just justifies what we are all here about. And the reason of this debate was sparked by a need in this club. Just remember that. Thank you.
I think this green light is not working, so I will use the.
Okay. Yeah, fine. Maybe use the device, debate chairperson. Mr. Debate chairperson, can we use the device?
Yes.
Because the green light is
I find it difficult to understand that, but I want to be part of the debate.
May I now invite the
That's
negative team
Isn't the both
speaker
bites?
one? May I now invite the negative team speaker one to come on the forum?
Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen. To be very honest, I'm speechless. I have heard them speaking. I'm thinking of changing my side. They come and rightly say that mentor is the person who shares the knowledge. Toastmaster Vivek rightly said that the mentor is the one who is going to pull you out when you are down. 100% right. But what is his role? Is it not his act to put in his efforts? When you know that mentor is there to help you, why he is doing that? For his benefit? No, he's doing it for your benefit. It's gonna help you improve yourself. I always say this, that the credit of my success as humorous speaker goes to Rekha ma'am. Before every contest, I reach out to her. She corrects my diction, she corrects my speech, she corrects my action, she corrects my movement. But then what do? After we finish our session, I go home and then start practicing. Nowadays we meet on Zoom. So what do? I record all Zoom sessions. Then I watch them again and again and I practice. I try to correct myself. I try to inculcate the good advice what she is giving me. She is no doubt giving her 100%. And what I'm doing, I'm trying to give my 110%. Not only this, I reach out to another members. Very few members here know that the opening of my last year's award winning speech was written by Abdul Rahim. Every year, I reach out to Dr. Babu and seek his advice. Now, look at these mentors. None of these, they stand there at the door and say, hey, Yashadan, whenever you need the help, reach out to me, no problem. No. I take initiative of reaching out to them. Today, we're debating about taking the initiative. I always take the initiative as mentee to reach out to my mentor. And I know for sure that they are there to help me. Look at these mentors. These mentors, these are the ocean of knowledge. These are the mentor of mentors of our WMC Toastmaster. And now Toastmaster Vivek also has joined this pool. Fellow Toastmasters, dear mentees, you have the ocean. Now it's up to you to stand at the side of the ocean or deep dive and make use of their knowledge by approaching them. Don't wait for them to come to you. Okay.
Thank you. May I now request the second affirmative speaker to present their views.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters, my more than worthy opponents and chairperson. In the last few minutes, I heard a lot of thoughts, a lot of facts, a lot of bombastic expressions made by my opponents over here. But one common thinking and one common root I found in all of them is that for some reason, they think we are all soldiers. They think WMC is an army group. Why do they think WMC is an army group? Let me tell you. They believe that a mentor is a commander, and when a commander asks his soldiers to come in front of him and march and salute, mentors are going to salute and ask, what is your next command? Of course, if we were soldiers, we would do that. Why? How did you get those soldiers in the first place? They had gone through tough training. They had gone through a whole camp, and that's why now they are trained to obey their commander. However, in Toastmasters, our fresh Toastmasters, our newbies, they generally join the club because they don't know how to speak itself in the first place. They are insecure when it comes to socializing. Not all of you, of course, Toastmaster Yash has always reached out to his mentors. He's 1 out of 100. But the remaining 99 are not all Toastmaster Yash children. They're all a bit insecure. We cannot just go and chase a mentor. And on top of that, another fact mentioned was mentors are the ocean of knowledge and everything. Well, I'm a newbie. I do not know where your knowledge extends. Okay, I might have seen you give 1 or 2 speeches, but how am I supposed to know more? I'm going to feel insecure. I might feel like I'm bothering you if I chase you. Point number 1. Point number 2, Now you felt now Toastmaster Yashodhan conducted moments of truth. What did he find moments of truth? There's a problem with mentors. Mentees are complaining that the mentors aren't helping them enough. What is he doing right now? He's opposing us. Wait.
No person.
Moving on to the Toastmasters. Today our VP membership isn't present, but what must I call this thinking? Barbaric. This is barbaric thinking. And if our VP membership was present here today, I would ask him to cancel all of their memberships. Because this thinking is what will drive the club into ruin. Toastmasters, moving on. We have a lot of new, fresh members here today. I am 100% sure if I told you, I am your mentor, you can approach to me, and I will not approach to you. You would feel like, what have I walked into? Am I bothering him? Should I call him at 9 p.m.? What is going to happen? Is he going to take offense? It's going to make our new members leave. This thinking does not have to be encouraged. We are above that. It's a mentor who must chase his Toastmaster, who must chase his mentee. Why? If you chase your soldier in an army camp to a certain limit, there'll be a point where he'll officially become a soldier and he'll start coming to you and saluting to you. But for that, you have to chase him for a little bit until he learns how to actually communicate with people, how to actually communicate with my mentor, and how my mentor could actually guide me. That's all I have to say about this barbaric note.
Thank you. May I invite the negative team speaker number 2 to the forum.
Being chairperson, the organizer, and my fellow opponents. Firstly, I would like to say we are not barbaric.
Go to 16 minutes.
Yeah, my take on this is all of us have joined Toastmasters because we want to achieve something. We have a purpose and we want to see that purpose come through. So I believe if you don't take the initiative, maximum initiative that comes from your side, you can't improve. Like my captain said, you can only take the horse to the water and not take it drinking. So this is something that I would say is that you need to take the initiative, not the mentor. Mentor is a role given in a Toastmaster, but if you want to learn, if you want to do something for your own betterment, you have to go and seek. Like our president in his address had mentioned, saying that had he not gone and checked with his mentor, Toastmaster Roshni, or the others before and after, he wouldn't be where he is today. So this is his initiative. He has to initiate from his side to go and meet the mentor, talk to the mentor, make time, and then go there to learn what he wants to. That is my take. When I joined Toastmaster, there was a Toastmaster who used to use this line quite often, and it really made me think, and it is still with me. It says, what you put into Toastmasters is what you get out of Toastmasters. Now, I think this has a very profound way of expressing the thought that whatever you want to put into Toastmasters is up to you, and you're going to be the benefit, not the mentor. The other thing that I would want to add is for the mentee, you only have one mentor. Chances are the mentor has more mentees, and he or she will not have enough time to dedicate to each of the mentee unless you make an opportunity, you make the situation, you go up to the mentor and then arrange a time to expand your horizon. I don't think the mentor would come to you and say, I want you to do this. I would quote my own example. I have a mentor. I have not gone to see her once as well. So I don't know if
I had gone to meet her or gone and asked her about how I could improve. Maybe I could have sharpened my edges. Maybe I would have done better. This is something that I have to go. I am a mentee. If I want to learn and I want to make some changes in the way I present or I stand before you all for my personal growth, not just in this arena, but also out in the business world, if I want to make a presentation or something, I would have been in a better stance if I took the initiative. So being a mentor and a mentee relationship, the mentee, I strongly believe you want to maximize the initiation from your side and not from the mentor. Over to you.
May I now invite the affirmative captain to provide their concluding statements.
As my mentee said, mentors are oceans of knowledge. So you look at the ocean full of knowledge, it still comes and embraces the shore. It's not the shore that goes and embraces the ocean. Because when you have that much of knowledge and that much of experience, it works negatively, like my own teammate said, that people may feel that will I ever be able to reach that stage? It is then the initiative of the mentor to tell the mentee that once upon a time I too was like you. I fumbled, I really tumbled, but here I am. And like Surabila said in her speech, if you don't change, the change will create you. When you look at yourself, that you want to know, you want to take the initiative, where is that knowledge coming from? Till you have established yourself in the organization called Toastmasters, you really don't even know the heights that you can go to. And I will give you my example that I was told that I will never win a competition because of my voice modulation, and I'll never win a humorous speech competition because I just didn't have it in me. I won both in the area level because my mentor told me that you can do it. So if I had believed that I can't do it, then I would have been a mediocre Toastmaster, whiling away time, not really progressing. It needs, like they say that Balzac said, that it's okay to be alone, but you need somebody to tell you that you are alone. It's okay to be mediocre, but you need somebody to tell you that you can. And many a times, that affirmation is what really takes you forward. That somebody else's belief. In WMC, Dr. Babu is my witness that the second year of my membership, I was told, just direct a play. I had never done it in my life, and I was shocked that somebody even looked at me and thought that I could direct a play. And that was my first directorial venture of a short play. I learned the ropes because somebody believed in me. The mentor is somebody who believes in you. And that's why the mentor has to take the initiative.
May I invite the negative team captain to provide their statements.
Once again, debate moderator, worthy opponents, ladies and gentlemen. Well, after listening to all these beautiful arguments today, our resolve has strengthened and reinforced that yes, we are on the right track. It is the mentee who has to take maximum initiative. Thank you, Yash, and thank you, Murali, for your logical arguments. However, what I see is the most important two words in this resolution is maximum initiative. That's what Yash was. He was not against the mentoring. He was talking against mentorship or mentoring, taking maximum initiative. That was the point. However, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to hammer home the point that
It's always the students who go to the teacher. It's always the disciples who go to the guru. It's always the patients who go to the doctor. Have you seen a Dr. Babu going hunting for the patient? No. Wherever he sits, the patients come there. Wherever he sits, the patients come there. Why? Because the teachers have mastered it, the mentors have mastered it, doctors have mastered it, so people come to them. It's not the other way around. I don't know how Chandragupta Maurya, the greatest emperor, and the second greatest emperor that India has ever seen after Ashoka, used to go to his guru, the great Chanakya, asking for advice on political affairs and administration. So if the kings can go to the mentors, why not Toastmasters? I believe it is mentees are seekers. Seekers always taking maximum initiative. The students are seekers. They are seeking. Seekers take maximum, not the givers. When the seekers takes maximum initiative, the givers response. However, in WMC Toastmasters itself, if you look at it today, as President said today, or I think Toastmaster of the day, the mentor was Thomas, Dr. Thomas Thomas. Okay, he didn't ask, where are the members? I want to create a club. No, when a lot of individuals, progressive, positive individuals like Rekhaji, like Dr. Babu, like Ganapati came forward, took the initiative, he came, the mentor came. Not the other way around. I don't know how simple I can put it. It's always the other way. It's always the mentee who has to take. Mentee has to contact the mentor, ask for guidance, ask for advice, ask for feedback, and then the mentor responds. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to once again categorically state we are against this resolution for the betterment of WMC Toastmasters future meetings and for the future. It is always very, very important that the mentees of this club take the initiative first, maximum initiative, and contact the mentors for their own self-improvement and development. Dear mentees, your life is in your hands. You are the CEO of your life. Take charge of your life. Nobody can do it for you. Even God cannot do it.
Thank you very much. And before I invite the debate chairperson to be giving the conclusive decision and direction, is the voting ready, Mr. President? Is the voting ready? So he has 3 minutes.
Oh, I see, we have to do it now.
Because it's fresh in the mind, we would all be voting for the best debate team that we think is and the best speaker, while the debate chairperson is formulating his decision and direction to WMC Toastmasters. If it is ready, then it can be posted. So is it ready or will it take time? It is ready? Posted, okay. What about the guests who are?
Yeah,
They can just write a check probably. A check can be passed.
yes, possible.
So we have exactly 3 minutes for this activity. And since
Take our seats.
no,
No.
the house has not been adjourned. So the members who have debated also have the right to vote.
Team is not there, not there. Team is. And a team and speaker.
So,
One minute.
yeah, speaker you have to vote, right?
Yeah, first we will only this, now the speaker and the.
No, no one is there, just wait for.
Achha.
Best debate speaker, opposite speaker. Yeah. And best.
Debate team can be only 2 options. Either it is DTM Rekha Uttam or PM Abdul Rahim.
Team,
Actually,
Best of tag and cannot be voted for.
No, not now.
Only debate.
The speaker only 1 year.
Yeah, okay, team A and team N, now it's refreshed.
Team A and team.
But it says this is a required question.
Yeah, it doesn't allow us to.
Okay, we can take later, we give them the time. May I now invite the debate chairperson to provide the conclusion, decision and direction for WMC Toastmasters Club.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sukumar Swaminathan. Do you want the members over here or can they go back or then we can?
They're supposed to be here, but they can always go back to see your vibrant.
Okay, what you all want? Yeah, of course. I would like to address this.
Good job.
And debate moderator with the permission, can we ask a show of hands who is for team A and team B?
You know decision, sir.
Thank you.
You are the chairperson.
No, that question was just a question. The answer was with me. Even if it said no, I would have gone ahead. So it was just formality asking.
Refresh now the results are out.
No, we'll do that. Then provide this.
Well, fellow debaters, Toastmasters, let me tell you something. Now I am confused.
Announced for the votes, voting is already updated. Only, yes,
Okay, so you can reserve for a minute, Mr. Chairperson, the voting is ready, so maybe on the voting, your decision will be maybe different to the voting, so.
Okay, you can keep on voting, but after that again, I'll ask for a show of hands.
Yes. So you can also vote, Dr. Yes, they are right.
the chairperson. You can vote.
I hope we are collecting the ballot papers. 40 seconds to go. Thirty seconds to go.
Are they anybody voting online?
Yes.
Online.
Dr. Babu, you are not voting?
I think it's finished.
No, but already, is there?
Has everyone done their voting?
Is there anybody, how many are online listening to this?
No, online, we're not sure.
Nobody. Huh?
Okay, time is up.
Okay.
Over to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. And you see, it's been confusing in the sense that I'm confused. But it has been a wonderful debate. And excellent sharing of ideas from both the teams. And one thing I liked about is regarding the wording of the debate, which was brought about at the end by Abdul Rahim, who said that it says it's resolved that for effective mentoring in Toastmasters, the mentor was to take the maximum initiative. The word maximum is important here. So people may not have realized it. That means the initiative should come from both sides. That's what I felt, because after listening to the opening statement of Rekha, I thought, wow, yes, the role is the best of the mentors. But then when I heard Abdul Rahim, I said, no, I think it's the mentor. So that was a sort of feeling I got. And all the members have really done their homework very well in that short time allotted to the debate participants. They emphasize their points so well. So this is not just about mentoring and whether a mentee is important or the mentoring is important. But I admire the skills of the debating team here. A lot for all of us to learn. The real things that I learned on how a good debate can be done here and how with proper preparation, irrespective of which team wins, loses, or however it be, but how a debate can actually go forth in a friendly war. because it was not hostile in any way. There were no personal allegations, but very, very nice, like an orchestra, it went on from one to the other to the other. That's because the speakers were a class apart. The audience also had their role in encouraging them. A big round of applause to the speakers. Really. No overlapping, no bringing in of new points. Everything was to the mark, I must say. Now let me ask you one question. There are so many of us here, including the guests. How many of you would go with the affirmative team where they say that mentors are important? By a show of hands. Don't worry, the others won't beat you up. And even if you were in the negative team, you can even support the other one. Can you take a count, Sukumar?
Put your hand up.
Can I take 1, 2,
You were talking about what it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? That's the chairperson.
Negative?
No, affirmative.
Affirmative is 9. 9 show of hands.
Okay, what about negative?
Wow, I don't think I need to count. I have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we've beaten 9. So
Yes. You see, this shows exactly what I felt as a chairperson listening to everyone. And for most of the time, I forgot that I was the chairperson because I wanted to get involved in the debate. That was the spirit of the debate, and the points raised were so fine. But again, if you want to ask me what WMC's future should be, I would say it's up to the mentee to reach out to the mentor. Because that is of prime importance in a club. Your life is your own. That's a point which is there. If I have become a speaker today, if I have reached where I am today, it was because I approached my mentors. First time, Clement Vinayak. Next time, A.S. Jose when I prepared my speech. And later when I was taking part in the division contest where I gave a relatively good show. Unfortunately, I didn't get right up to the district level. But I had Rekha, Suresh and Raji. You remember, they were my 3 mentors. The mentee should listen to the mentors. Absorb like a sponge whatever good is offered to them. And finally, your life is your own. You take the final call. The mentee's role is so important. They say that, okay, the mentors are afraid to approach the mentors. In Toastmasters, we don't say senior, junior. We are all part of one big family. If in a family a child has a doubt, the child goes up to the parent and asks them. If a student has a doubt, a student goes to the teacher and asks them. The teacher may ask, do you have any doubts? But that's where the midway comes in. But the maximum initiative should definitely be from the mentee side. I'm not saying mentors are very busy and they cannot reach out. The mentors can reach out. To start with, the mentors will reach out. But at the same time, my conclusion here is, in the way forward for WMC Toastmasters, if you want to scale the ladder and become effective leaders and improve yourself in the art of effective communication, the mentee or the member should reach out to the mentor. But at the same time, not just one mentor, you can take all the remaining members of the club as mentors. Every meeting that I attend, I learn from each and every one of them. Each and every one. I've never had a dull moment in WMC Toastmasters. I go back and I think, hey, I learned something from Rekha, I learned something from Kaif, the way he spoke, from Ovi, Sukumar, Surabila, Yash, Murli, everyone, Manoj, all, I'm not recording all the names again and again. But that's because as a mentee, I learn every day. So my advice again, let's go the way where the mentees reach out to the mentors. While inducting members, make it very clear that it's not just the one mentee who is nominated, the rest are all there to help you. As a team, if we go forward and grow, we will be the best club, not just in Bahrain, but in the region as well. It's been my privilege to be here. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Babu. We are running 10 minutes behind schedule. May I now invite a man of philosophy who believes that the evergreen, ever young reservoir of energy, Lord Ganapati, is my mentor. Now, we must it both ways because we have the evergreen Ganapati Narayanan, who is a great singer, who is also a great mentor. And his unique aspect is he has always been there for any situation, and that's what is the biggest trait that he has learned. May I now invite our GE, DTM, Manoj Pandey to give the
I promised all of you before I start the evaluation that we will end the meeting at 6:30. If that makes you happy, everything is said and done. Let's hear from our first evaluator as how our speaker has done today. Let me welcome and the timing criteria of the speaker. If you can, just the speaker.
How much time is there? 29 sessions.
7 minutes, 29 seconds. So let me call our evaluator, none other than Toastmaster Sachi Kumar at the stage.
Good evening, guest and fellow Toastmasters. After that electrifying speech by our Toastmaster Sarabila, I'm here to just edify her. Managing change. See, the open was good with the story. Usually when you have a story in the speech, it connects. And if it is about mother, it connects even more. So that is what actually happened. So she brought up the mother story. It was open, was good. Say how she transformed from a typewriter to from to the computers. Change is always inevitable. Then to the contents, it was put in a PowerPoint presentation, the benefits and what are the resistance. Whenever any PowerPoint presentation, basically the stage is limited because of the view, you have to limit to one side of the stage, either that side or this side. So you have to manage with the eye contact, the body language, which was done very perfect. So, and the ups and downs were okay. When you are in a railway station, if you see an amber color, usually the train slows. Then if you see the red, it stops. But exactly reverse happens in WMC. If you see a amber, it start to go fast. If you see a red, we finish like it will go within fast. So that's kind of happened because I saw it was very calm and composed, but the time she saw the amber, not the red, when the time she saw the amber, it was slightly going fast, and so that was the one I just the real progress happens whenever you move out of a comfort zone. So that was the take home point I took from the speech. I'm just finishing with the quote from ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus: change is the only constant. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I remember wrong, Toastmaster Saji gave his first evaluation. Second. So it was better than me. You have contributed. Thanks to you. Now, coming to the timer report. Let me ask the timer of the day today. You just give the final report for everything.
You want me to give the debate?
Yeah, everything, definitely.
All right. The debate Captain A, Team Captain A, Rekha Uttam, 4 minutes 41 seconds. She took the first speech. And Captain N, Toastmaster Abdurrahman, 4 minutes 58 seconds. Teams A, Vivek Tilagan, 3 minutes 56 seconds. Toastmaster K, 3 minutes 11 seconds. Team N, Toastmaster Yashodhana Benkar, 3 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Murali, 3 minutes 45 seconds. And conclusion, 3 minutes, Team A, 2 minutes 51 seconds, DKM Rekha Uttam. And Abdurrahman, Team N, 3 minutes 9 seconds. And the debate chairperson, Dr. Babu, first he took 3 minutes 31 seconds, and final conclusion 6 minutes 45 seconds. And evaluation, Toastmaster Strategy took 2 minutes 4 seconds.
Can you have a round of applause for the Now, before I move ahead, let me tell that what is general evaluation for the newcomers? It's just a overall feedback of the meeting, how we went on, where we can improve, what would be done better. That's it. So I'm there together. So wishing you a good evening once again. Let me call on the second. Moving to the second role player of the day, that was the grammarian, that how we have done on the ground of grammars. Let me call the grammarian of the day, none other than Toastmaster Norman Das.
Good evening once again. The word of the day was edify. Toastmaster Obin used it twice. Toastmaster Sukumar used it once. When it comes to Surabila, I'll just mention what I felt with the errors, but I may be wrong. One of the sentence she ended with unfortunately. I think it is incorrect, right?
You're looking at me.
I also not understand, but I felt like unfortunately we can't. So he concluded one sentence with unfortunately, and even I felt I don't like, people don't like. There should be something I don't like eating or I don't like exercising or something. So I felt like she just continued, I don't like, people don't like. And then another was, so this is the third stage she mentioned, or she should have mentioned maybe this is the third point. So these were the points which I noted down. And when it comes to Toastmaster Nobin, even I also made this error. So whenever this point comes, so I remember when we read out the minutes, the timing. So it is 1 minute and other all minutes, because even I also made the mistake. But I just wanted to check with everyone. For example, if there is a time span is there, and if we are running out of time. So for zero, what we will call, whether it is 0 minute or minutes. Just want to check if anyone knows it. For example, if it is 0, for example, when the timing is getting over, it's
1 digit, no?
No, but I was just checking in the Google, it is minutes, 0 minutes. So only 1 minute it will be, other than that, everything will be minutes.
American style.
Yeah. And other than that, Dr. Babu, he used the word of the day once. Toastmaster Saji used it once. And when it comes to English language grammatical errors, so he mentioned open was good. It should be opening was good. And Toastmaster Manoj, he mentioned, let me call to the second something or second role player something. So I felt that was the thing. Other than that, everything.
Okay. So we are all feeling dull. So let's have some physical exercise. As you know, I am a yoga teacher. Okay. So what we will do that. How do you feel about the opening of the meeting by our sergeant at arms? Do you think it set the real energy? Can we have a round of applause? I think all the referee and the wall and the atmosphere, the ambience that was set up by the president, don't you think you need another round of applause? No, according to Toastmaster of the day, what more can we do? Can we give him a little longer round of applause? Now, though it was several times we reminded that you are the chairperson, but don't you think that he really was one with the chair? Can we have a round of applause for Dr. Bhagu? And any one of you can raise your hand if you have anything to say about any of the debate speaker. Wow. That's what I want to hear. Raise your hand and say that. All were fantastic. We were all keen to hear each and every word that came out of the mouth. The body language, the gestures, everything was communicable. That is what I can say. So another round of. Now, before my counter loses her heart, I don't listen for her, but what she has in her report.
TM Surabila used 3 Uh, and I mean, she used 5 times. Thank you. And TM Rekha used 2 times.
Oh, it's an improvement.
And actually, TM Vivek, I was waiting for your something. Yeah. 3 times, and I was waiting to write, but you stopped there. Actually. Others, everyone okay.
Can we have a round of applause? So, generally, ballots are out, how people can vote. For the best of 3, just look at your mobile, do what is needed to be done. And in the meantime, lend me your ears while your fingers are on your phone. Hope you all can agree with me that we all were educated, elevated, and entertained today. And that's conclude my general evaluation. Wow. Back to the Toastmaster.
That was a very effective general evaluation. Thank you so much. As much as an effective debate. Mentoring 360, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing but a complete circle that starts with the mentee, goes to the mentor, and comes back to the mentee. We all start somewhere, but we need to break the ice, get to know each other more. It's a relationship that has to be built. There is purpose, yes, but purpose is not the only purpose. There is a relationship that has to be developed. It is not a one-way street. It is not a sermon. Just like a marriage, it needs 2 hearts need to come together. Their chemistry needs to work. The best part of mentorship is the positive relationship that gets built over trust and over time. And when this happens, the mentee and the mentor both flourish, and that's mentoring 360 degree. We had an outstanding debate. We had so many point of views. It's all about application from here on for WMC Toastmasters, for each and every one of us who can be mentees at the same time we are mentors, or we can be mentors at the same time we can be mentors. Having said that, thank you very much. We had a wonderful time. I had a great time. It was an eye-opener in a lot of aspects. Back to you, Mr. President. Back to you, Mr. President. Back to you, Mr. President.
Okay, Kumar is creating the record today. 6:20 is annual.
Aided by a lot of.
September meeting. Yeah. Excellent quality of meeting, yet we are on time. That means we can close the meeting on time without sacrificing the quality. Excellent. Thank you very much. So let us hear from our guests few words before we conclude. I think for you, maybe you attended the full meeting.
Start from this side.
I wanted to start from your wife. She may start, but then you want to take a lead, it's fine. It's up to you, sir. Yeah.
You are very less often when the wife is sitting adjacent to you, right? Now, I think this was the first meeting where I have attended and I have seen, and it was quite knowledgeable, quite interactive, and quite, the knowledge and the words which I was hearing it out, and specifically the debate portion was so encouraging, and the way it has been conducted, it was actually a fight, but in a very polite manner, where the teams were acknowledging the points of each other, and they were taking it in the way they are articulating the entire debate, it was commendable. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for our politicians. Okay, you sir.
Thank you, Mr. President, and really, with my experience, I used to attend many Toastmasters meetings. Today, I really enjoyed, because there was not even a single moment where I felt some boring. It was really a beautiful, engaging discussion, and congratulations to the entire team.
Thank you. Nice to hear. Thank you.
As I mentioned before, this is my second time. I thought this meeting will be similar to the previous one. I was wrong, it was entirely different. And what I saw was a remarkable debate going on here. As someone mentioned, I don't remember the name. When team A was debating, I thought, yeah, they were correct. And when team B is, I thought, yeah, they are making valid point. So I was confused really. So it's quite a good experience, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I look forward to join Toastmasters.
You were there, so your dad was given a very short general evaluation, looks like. So your points.
It was incredible. Like the first time I attended the Toastmaster meeting, I will not lie, it was quite boring for me because no one of my age was there. Even today it is, but today's meeting was incredible, and especially the debate. I learned very first time like how can you like on the spot you can debate with your opponent on the valuable points, especially, and both the teams have wonderful points for their opponent. So yeah, it was incredible. Thank you.
The results are ready, right? We call upon those first of the day and general evaluator on stage.
Maybe can take her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You haven't. Sorry, he didn't allow you. The first time I'm seeing husband is not allowing wife.
No, I have to go home also. Don't say that publicly.
First of all, I would like to say this team is an incredible team. You know, the moment I entered, I saw like a round table conference papers and as if a conference is going to happen. But the way you have organized the meeting is just like as if you're sitting with among your friends and chit chatting, like talking, commenting like that. I felt at ease because I've been going in Angels. And where I'm coming here, it's a mix of men and women. So I was very at comfort zone over there, talking among the girls and women over there. Now you actually feel that you've come in a Toastmasters, and you're coming out of your fear. That is more important to me. I wanted to come out of my fear because I can talk, but the moment I see people, I see the stage, I get nervous. So I think today I have really come out of it.
Thank you. Next meeting. My next meeting is on February 16th for our guests. Okay, so Toastmaster Brain, please come on the stage, general evaluator. Announcements of awards. First, let us go for the debate. The debate, the best speaker award goes to DTM Rekha Uttar. Between the two captains, the vote difference was just one. Just one vote. I guess. One vote. Yeah. Wow. It was faster. Live also should come on stage. Yeah. Come to my team. No, your team will come now. Please bring all them. One vote is, one vote means there is a, yeah, yeah. I think you want to tell me that's why. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you. Amazing. Don't worry. And that's the many ways it was decided by everyone, the negative team.
Wow.
We don't have a, yeah.
There's only hands.
Otherwise, I have to show the, you know, different certificates saying the best thing. Excellent. Today itself, you know, we had a fantastic debate. Yeah. Virtual.
No, President, I must say that the affirmative team had a challenge in this resolution. Yes, it was not easy. Yes, it was not easy.
Absolutely. I think that's
Exactly,
the
yes,
point.
that's true.
I just one vote.
Okay, and and that team, I guess someone has to take the
Where's my team?
camera from Dubai. It is best
Wow.
best timer accountant Brazilian. Yes, finally.
After he's signing his own certificate.
And now you have to take, you have to do your speech. Next assignment, that's best GMOD, GE, so it's forgot conclusion, we know. You would please give award to our Toastmaster of the day.
Well done, keep it up.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. And it was amazing from your side. It was evaluated.
If you leave,
So any suggestions? We have a couple of minutes. But anyway, I have to go.
everybody.
We may both have to go home.
Yes.
Okay, so we are adjourning the meeting, 478. Before that, 2 minutes.
Let's keep that on.
Yeah.
Empty myself.